And I think we are live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us for a 4-player tutorial and playthrough of, let's get the name right, Puerto Rico 1897 Special Edition. A few things before we start. Hopefully you can hear me and you can see us all okay. Rob's with us tonight.
Hello.
Ben's here.
Hello.
Dan's here. This is a prototype copy of the special edition of the game from Awakened Realms, which is going to be delivered later this year. They have told me roughly October, but please don't hold me to that. So what you see here is not the finished version of the game. They have sent me this to give you an idea of the current progress that they are making with the game. But if you see something in here that you think, oh, I've got some comments on that, please feel free to leave them in the comments of this video. Obviously, if you're watching us live, you can't do that yet. But afterwards, what I'm going to do is any comments regarding any feedback that you have regarding the production of the game, I will feed back to Awakened Realms. They have said that they're very open to ideas. Obviously, they do have a limited time on which they can carry on tweaking things and making changes before it eventually goes to the printers. So with that said, what we're going to do tonight is we have all played the game before. Some of us have played this a number of times. Ben has only played it once before, and that was about 5 hours ago. I have played this game over 300 times. Yeah, I've played this game a lot. Now, this is a sponsored stream, so thank you very much to Awakened Realms for sponsoring this video. And because it's a sponsored video, this isn't going to be a review of the game. And I probably shouldn't give my personal opinion on the game because I'm being paid to make this video. But I have played this game over 300 times, and I wouldn't do that if I didn't like the game. The original version of this game came out in 2002. I was a huge fan of it when it came out, and I think I took a career break in 2003. And there used to be an old website where you could play online games at. Not Board Game Arena. This is before Board Game Arena. And I think I basically played this about 5 times a day. I spent 4 months of my life playing Puerto Rico online. So, yeah, I'm a huge fan of this game. And like Castles of Burgundy, Awakened Realms have decided that they're going to do a super deluxe version of it. And if you are interested in getting the game, there are various levels of which you can buy the game. So you see here, these buildings, these are an optional extra. You can get the game without the extra buildings. I can't remember exactly which bits are optional extras and which ones aren't, but check out the Game Found page, which I will put a link to in the description of this video. And you can find out more information about the game and probably late pledge it and things like that. Now, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to be doing a bit of a rolling teach. I will give you an overview of how the game plays. And then for the first probably quarter of the video, I'll explain a number of key actions in detail as we actually do them. So if you don't know how to play Puerto Rico, you will learn how to play the game by probably about a quarter of the way through the video. Now, this special edition version comes with a number of expansions, and we're going to be using one of those expansions tonight. And none of us have played with this expansion, so let's remind ourselves, because we just looked at the rules not long ago. We are going to be using the Smuggler, which is expansion number 3. So what we have is we have the normal roles. You always have the planter, you always have the recruiter, the builder, the craftsman, the trader, the captain. In a 3-player game, that's all you would have. In a 4-player game, you add in 1 adventurer, and in a 5-player game, you would add in a 2nd adventurer. If you're playing with the Smuggler, you add in the Smuggler as an extra tile. So it is another role that you can choose. Now, if you do choose the Smuggler as a role, you have to take this little Smuggler counter. This essentially means that you cannot take the Smuggler on the next round. You cannot be the Smuggler for 2 rounds consecutively. Now, when you do choose the Smuggler, you get 4 possible actions: raid, plunder, poach, and
Reverse.
Reverse. Is it reverse?
Like reverse. Yeah.
Okay, it's reverse on there. It's called capture. Okay, so they've obviously changed the name of it. So the 4 options are raid. You choose one of the cargo ships and you remove all of the goods from that cargo ship, and you keep 3 of them for yourself and return the rest to the supply. So that is one of the options of the Smuggler. The second option is plunder, which is you remove all of the goods from the trading house and you get 1 point per good that you plundered. You don't keep the goods, you just remove them, but then you get rid of them and get a victory point for each one. The third option is poach, where you actually take all of the number of workers that are in the work register in excess of the minimum value, which is the player count. So we have 4 in there, which is always the minimum number, and you will basically reduce it to 4. Of the ones that you remove, you keep 3 of them, and you put them, and it says in the current rulebook, which is a work in progress, you put them onto empty building spaces of your board. You cannot keep them on your portrait. So I guess if you don't have enough spaces, you just lose the excess. And the fourth option is capture. Now, the capture option is an interesting one because what you do is you actually capture one of the other rolls. We're going to mark it somehow to say that you've captured it. You immediately get, if there was any money on it, you would get that money straight away. But then, if anybody else chooses that roll for the rest of in the rest of that round, the player who took the smuggler gains 3 money. If you get to the end of the round and nobody has chosen that roll, then you actually then get to act out that roll. You get to do the roll as if you'd played it with everybody else following it. Now, I don't know offhand, and people in the chat might be able to help me with this, is the Smuggler a brand new expansion for this version? Or has the Smuggler been around before? Because I've certainly played a couple of expansions from this game, but that one is new to me. So I'm just curious to see if anybody knows if that is completely and utterly new. Right, other than that, we're not going to teach you the rest of the rules up front. I just wanted to teach you that one for people who know Puerto Rico who wanted to know how it works. Nick has confirmed that the Smuggler was already in the older version. Well, shows how much I know about the old game. Right, so what we're trying to do? Well, it's 1897 and we are trying to build up our estates within Puerto Rico with various types of things that produce goods. There's 5 different types of goods in the game. There's fruit, there's corn, there's tobacco, there's sugar, and there's coffee. And we are going to be gaining estates, and we're going to be placing them onto our player board. Now you'll see that I start with 1 fruit, and these here, by the way, this is just an example. We're not going to be using these tonight, but this is just an example of an extra add-on that you can get for the game. These are like deluxe miniature versions of the actual estate. So I've just got them there on my player board to show you what they look like. But we're going to be building up our estate with various things. So this one will generate fruit, for example. We're also going to be building buildings, which go here. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be producing those goods, which we will store on our player board. And there's 2 main uses for the goods. You want to sell them to the trading house, which gets you money, and you need money in order to buy buildings. Or you can be shipping them off using the captain, which will get you points. There's 3 potential triggers for the end of the game. First of all, if the victory points run out, we use a fixed number of victory points based on the number of players in the game. 4 players, 100 points. So as soon as they all go, the game will end at the end of that round. The other ending condition is that 1 player has built all buildings in all of their slots. So there are 12 slots for buildings. If all of them are full, that triggers the end of the game. If you build all of your estates, that is not an end of game trigger, only the buildings. And the third ending condition is the workers run out. We have 75 workers in a 4-player game, and we start off with 4 of them on here. And yeah, if we ever need to replenish this and we can't because there aren't any left, then that is another trigger for the end of the game. At the end of the game, we count up our points. We will count up the points that we've gained during the game, which is from shipping goods. Every building that you build will be worth additional points. And these big buildings down here, which are double slot buildings, if they are occupied, if there's a worker on them at the end of the game, each one of them is an end of game scoring building. So they're worth 4 points anyway, but potentially up to 7 or 8 more, depending on which building you get. That's enough for an overview. So start player. We've done the start player randomly, and it was me, Rob. So the first play in a 4-player game, the first 2 players start with a fruit estate and 3 money. The next 2 players start with corn and normally 3 money, but there is a very recommended variant, which Awakened Realms have put in the rulebook as a variant, that they start with only 2 money. And that's because the game's been played a lot over the years. There is a general train of thought that the players who start with corn have a slight advantage. So one of the variants that we are using tonight is the players who start with corn start with only 2 money instead of 3. That is one of the variants that we're using. The other variant we're using tonight is another one which is highly recommended, which is the school and the factory. Thankfully, Awakened Realms have included variant buildings for the school and the factory, which is why the text is in blue. So you could play with the normal ones, which were originally in the game, or if you wanted to play with the variant, you play with the blue ones. And the difference is the school used to cost 8 and the factory used to cost 7. So the factory was generally considered a very powerful building and the school was maybe a little bit underpowered. So they've included both tiles, so you can play original or you can play with the variant. We're playing with the variant as well. So what do you do on your turn? So what's going to happen is Rob is the governor. So he's this very, very nice piece with a feather. Rob is the governor. Rob is going to choose one of these roles and he's going to perform the action of that role. And then in clockwise order from Rob, we are all going to get to do that action. But Rob, as the person who chose the action, is going to get to do it with a bonus. Now, if that sounds familiar to you, that's because that mechanism has actually been used in a number of other games since this game came out. One very famous one, Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition. Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition, and you think, well, how is that in any way compared to Puerto Rico? The action selection mechanism in Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition commented in the back of its rulebook that it took inspiration from Puerto Rico, which was amazing. But anyway, Rob's going to get to do that. He's going to choose a role. We're all going to do it. Then I'm going to choose a role. Everybody's going to do it. Then Dan's going to choose a role. Then Ben. At the end of that round, there will be 3 roles. The smuggler doesn't count. The smuggler doesn't get any money on it, I think. The 3 roles that are not chosen, which actually could be more, because we are using the smuggler, they get money on them. And again, you've heard this mechanism before. So the ones that are not chosen will get money on them. And then we all return our roles. The governor passes and we go again. And if you choose a role that has money on it, you get that money. Now, money's very tight in this game. So sometimes you might want to be taking a role just because you want the money on it. Right. That's enough. Up front, we're going to start off and Rob is going to take the first turn of the game and he's going to take the builder. So the builder, believe it or not, is where every player gets to build. Now, we've laid the buildings out like this because there are supposed to be 4 rows of buildings and the discount applies based on the row that it's in. Now, you only get a discount if you have any quarries. These are quarries. Nobody has any quarries at the moment, but if you have a quarry with a worker on it, you will get a discount of 1 on any building that you make. If you had 2 quarries, so both of them occupied with a worker, you will only get a discount of 1 on the top row, because the top row of buildings can only have a maximum discount applied through quarries of 1, whereas all of the other ones you get 2. Anything in the 3rd row, maximum of 3 quarries, and anything in the bottom row, a maximum of 4 quarries. I'm telling you that now, nobody has any quarries, so we are literally paying the base cost of the building, which is this, and the number in the hexagon is the amount of points that it's worth at the end of the game. Now, I said that the player who chose the role gets an advantage, and that is Rob is going to get a discount of 1. So which of these buildings would you like to buy?
I'm going to pay 2 coins to buy the large,
fruit depot. So he buys a building and he puts it there and he spends his money. So the normal cost of the fruit depot is 3. He spent 2 money because he's got his builder discount of 1. Right, then it comes to me, and you don't have to buy a building if you don't want to, but you probably want to early on. I am going to spend 1 money, and I'm just going to buy the small fruit depot. And you'll see the difference between the small and the large one later on. Dan, would you like to buy a building?
Yeah, I'll spend 1 and I'm going to buy the small market.
It's a small market, okay. And we'll explain again what all of these buildings do gradually over the course of the playthrough.
Exactly the same.
And there's the other small market gone as well. Okay. Right, that's it. That's Rob done. He's taken the builder and he's done his thing. Right, what I'm going to do is an obvious move, is I'm going to choose the recruiter. Because with the recruiter, this is how you get new workers. You actually don't start the game with any workers, but the recruiter is how you get new ones. So the first thing is, the advantage of taking the recruiter is I get a bonus worker from the supply. So I'm going to have Jack. There you go, I'm going to have Jack. So this is my bonus worker. And then what happens is we take the workers from here, 1 at a time, starting with me. Now, at the start of the game, there is always a number of workers equal to the number of players. So essentially, we all get 1. But if there was 5 in there, then what would happen is we'd all get 1, and then it would come back round to me, and then I'd get an extra 1. So that would be awesome. Now, your workers, these are placed in one of 3 places. You can either place them on an estate, or you can place them on a building if there is an open slot. And if you run out of spaces, you can put them on your portrait. So you don't lose them, but you put them on there. So I've got 2 workers and I've got 2 spaces for them. So that's it. We're done. Then,
remember,
yeah,
this is the only place which you can move workers
yes,
around.
exactly. That's important. Workers on your playboard can only be moved around when somebody takes the recruiter. You cannot just voluntarily move your stuff around whenever you want to. So that's that done. Now, after the recruiter has been, we then need to repopulate this area. What you do is you count the number of empty spaces on buildings across all players.
Yep.
Right
Buildings,
now,
not estates. So
not
just the
estates,
ones in
just the
town.
buildings. We have one. We have one empty space.
No,
We have two. We have two empty spaces.
There's 2 there. So.
3, 4.
4. Okay, right. I can't count, obviously. I need new glasses. So we've got 4, but if it was less than 4, you would increase it to a minimum of the number of players. So we get 4 new workers on there.
Now, if I had chosen to put this worker into here, 5 would have gone out instead.
Right, yes.
But because I know I'm not going to be the one to take recruiter next, it would be giving other people
Right.
extra ones rather than me. So
Yeah,
I choose
good-
to limit
good point.
the amount that go in.
Okay, and that is the recruiter. I'm just going to make a modification because we've agreed that this is...
Oh, here we go again. Yes, I want to pause mid-game.
No, I've had this confirmed with Wake and Realms. I think there's an error on this prototype. I think there should only be 2 spaces on the copy roster and not 3. So I've had permission to put an X over one.
I'm going to take the planter.
Okay, so the planter is where we all get to plant a new thing in our estate. Now, if we look at... If I press the right button... Yay! So we have these. This is one of the only random parts of the game, if not the only random part of the game, is we have a bag filled with estates of the 5 different types. And what we've got at the start of the game, we have dealt out 5 of them here because it's one more than the number of players. And in player order, starting with Dan, he gets to choose one of these estates and he adds it to his player board. However, the advantage of taking the planter is that instead of taking one of these, you can take a quarry. So the rest of us cannot choose a quarry, but Dan is allowed to because he has the advantage. Paul is in the chat and Paul's asking, are the 3D tiles at the top of your map examples of the models for the fields quarries? Yes, exactly right. These ones here, these are just examples of what they are going to look like, but I only have one of each, so we're not going to use these in the game. I'm just putting them there just so you can see them. So Dan has taken a quarry. Ben, would you like coffee, tobacco, fruit, or fruit? Now, I'm pretty sure I know what Rob's going to take.
Yes, sugar.
Rob's going to take fruit, so I'm going to take coffee. Now, what happens is any tiles that are left over, you don't have to take one, but you generally want to near the start of the game. Any tiles left over get removed, and then we go into the bag, and we draw 5 more. If the bag ever runs out, which it probably will do, we reshuffle the discards and add them back in.
Could you bring up the rules for the smuggler again?
What do you want to know?
Just want to read through what the 4 things were again.
So the first one is raid, which
Got
is
that one.
rem-
Got plunder.
got that one.
What's poach?
poach is reduce this to a number equal to the number of players, and you gain 3 of the excess. But if you did that now, you wouldn't get anything.
Yeah, the only one that will work for you right now is reverse.
Which is
Even
capture.
it also won't do anything because you're the last person to go, so the basic effect won't trigger.
Yeah, don't they?
True. Yes, good point.
All of them are rubbish. So just take 1 coin.
So the adventurer is a special role because what it does is the player who takes it gets 1 money, but then that's it. Nobody else gets to do anything. So we are now going to populate the roles that were not chosen. You don't put anything on the smuggler. And then the roles go back. And then the governor passes to me, and this is the end of the first round. We now have round 2. Each round thematically represents 1 year at a time, and a game normally lasts for about 15 rounds. If we weren't explaining this as we were going on, this is a 90-minute game for 4 players. So this is quite an old school Euro game, but there's not many games now that play really well in 90 minutes. So my go, what do I want to take? Well, I think at this stage in the game, so one of the big things with this game is trying to work out what the other players will do. And I think if I take the craftsman, Dan's going to either take the trader or the captain. And the fact that there's 1 money on both of them, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the craftsman. Now, word of warning here, the craftsman, when you are learning the game, this is the one that you need to be very, very careful about. And the reason for that is because play goes in a clockwise order, and at the end of the round, the governor then passes to the next player. Me choosing a role now, I'm not going to choose a role again for ages. And you're going to be very careful because once players have goods, they are going to start trading them and capturing them onto the ships. and that's really important where you are in turn order when that happens. But right now, I have taken a roll that has a money on it, and now I get to produce. So let's explain how production works. So I have one worker working on the fruit estate here. Now, a fruit estate on its own does not do anything, even if there is a worker on it. For fruit, you need to have the same number of workers on an appropriate depot. So I have one fruit estate, and I have a small fruit depot, which can have one worker on it. So I gain one fruit. So I take a fruit token from here, which is these really nice 3D components. And what happens is you just put it on there. Now, I have a coffee estate, but there's no worker on it. But even if there was a worker on it, I wouldn't generate any coffee because I would also need a coffee roaster. I'd need matching coffee roaster. And notice there should actually be 2 circles on the coffee roaster. So one coffee roaster building, if I had 2 coffee estates, I would then generate 2 coffee. Now, the rules are like that for all of the types of goods, except for corn. Corn is special in that you only need an estate. You do not need to have a matching building. And in fact, there isn't a matching building for corn. So Dan has a worker on a corn estate. He generates 1 corn. Ben is also the same. Rob has a worker in the depot waiting, saying, give me some bananas. But there's nobody out in the fields to collect the bananas. So Rob doesn't actually generate anything. Now, the bonus that I get for taking the craftsman is actually done after everybody else has taken their goods. And the reason for that is there are a limited number of each good in the game. So after everybody else has taken their goods, I get 1 bonus good of a type that I produced. Can I have some more bananas, please?
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's it. That is how the craftsmen work. We have a question in the chat about, is there player aids? Yes, there are player aids. Player aids are here. This is all still work in progress, and these are the player aids at the moment for the buildings. I don't know if they're going to put something else on the other side for the other things, but pretty much everything is self-explanatory in the game with text on it.
There's also a question
Only
about those.
they are different colour only on the front. On
Yes,
the back they're
The
the
back
same
are
colour.
the same colour.
So when you stack them, you won't know whether they're 5s or 1s.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Did you go adventure last round?
He did.
Ah.
He took some money, and nobody else got to do anything. So Dan's choices are, well, he can take any of them if he wants to, but the trader is got money on, and the captain has got money on.
The trade is useless to me.
Well,
No, you got
no, because
No,
the
corn,
advantage of the trader
Yeah.
is you get 1 more money.
But so I get 2 coins.
You'd effectively get that. You'd get 2 money if you took the trader.
Yeah.
You'd get 2 money.
Yeah.
Once your small market is manned, you'd get 3 for that action.
Yeah.
2 coins or 2 victory points and a coin.
Well,
One-
no, yeah.
2
Yeah.
victory points and a
Yeah.
coin.
Why is he getting 2?
Because he'd get the money that's on the trader,
Yeah.
and the advantage of the trader is you
Oh,
get
the money
1
on it. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you meant for the action. Right,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
Yeah, in total, we're taking it as it stands now.
Or you might want to take the recruiter to get some extra people.
But if I do the trader, you're going to ship.
I will probably sell some fruit.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll take the trader.
Okay, so the trader, what happens is, starting with the active player and going clockwise, everybody may sell 1 good to the trading house. Now, the trading house, there are default values for the value of the good. So you've got corn is worth 0, fruit is 1, sugar is 2, tobacco is 3, and coffee is 4. So why would you ever sell corn when the base price is 0? Well, that 2 reasons. The first one is, if you choose the trader tile that Dan has, the advantage is that you earn 1 bonus coin. So although he's not getting any money for the base price of the corn, he is getting 1 money because of the trader. And Dan also has a small market, but his small market is not occupied by a worker. If it was occupied by a worker, he would get an additional 1 money. So essentially, he sells that there, and you get 1 money because of the advantage of that. Apparently, my worker is still wrong, or somebody's worker is still wrong. Whose worker is
There
wrong?
was a note earlier on that said the 4 people that started in there
Mhm.
should have been in addition to the 75. So we should have had 79 in
Okay,
circulation.
I was going to check that. And, but
I assume that's what that comment is in reference
Yeah.
to.
I don't know if we did that,
No, there was 75.
and we
so
took 4 out.
we need another 4.
We need another 4.
It is minor point, but
No, that's good.
No, because it is an end game trigger, so
It is an end game trigger.
yeah.
So we have an extra 4 in here. So yes, so it's 75 in the supply and an extra 4 in here. Thank you, chat. Okay, so you've taken the trader and you've shipped a corn. Now, the thing with the trading house is that there cannot be 2 goods of the same type in the trading house, and it will only clear at the end of a turn when it's full. So it goes to Ben. Ben only has corn, so he cannot sell corn because there's already corn there. It goes to Rob. Rob has no goods. I can now choose to sell this fruit if I want to. Money's so tight in this game, I'm going to. Even though I only get 1 money for it, I'm going to sell my fruit. So it doesn't clear because it's not full, but that is the action done. Ben. Captain, right. So we're seeing all of the power ones. So the captain is actually the most complicated one in the game. And what happens is Ben chooses one of the ships, because they're all empty at the moment, and then chooses one type of good that he has, which is corn, and he then loads all of his goods of the type that he chose onto one of the ships. Now let's have a quick look at the ships, because these ships are for a 4-player game. We have 1 ship with 5 slots, 1 ship with 6, and 1 ship with 7. What Awakened Realms have done is they've got a clever mechanism where you can actually slot out these and swap them around depending on the number of players in the game. So with more players, you'd have bigger ships. So what Ben has done is he's chosen to put his corn on this ship. Now that means 2 things. The first thing is this is the corn ship. So the other ships cannot be corn. There can only be corn on one of the ships at any one time. And the second thing is there can never be anything else on this ship other than corn until it's filled. Now, it will only empty at the end of a round, at the end of a player's turn once it's full. So right now, this is the corn ship, and it won't set sail until it's full. Now, for loading it on there, you get 1 point. Every good that you load, whether it be corn or coffee, is worth 1 point. But if you chose the captain, you get 1 additional point. Not 1 for every good, just 1 in total. Then what happens is it goes to Rob. Rob has no goods, so he doesn't ship. It goes to me. Now, shipping, unlike trading, is not optional. I have to sell this fruit. I have to sell it to a ship, which I get a point for it. Now, I can choose where it's going to go, and I'm actually going to put it on the small ship for reasons, and I get my point. Then it goes to Dan. Dan hasn't got any goods, and then it actually goes back round. So with the captain, unlike the trader, you keep going round and round and round and round with everybody having to ship if able, and only when all players have done, that's when you check to see if the ships are full and to see if they set sail. Now, the next thing, and you need to be very careful about this with the captain, is after the captain has been taken, all players can only store 1 good. Not 1 type of good, 1 good on here. And if you are in a situation where you have more than 1 good, you actually have to lose the rest because they spoil. Now, you can avoid that happening by buying warehouses, but nobody has any warehouses at the moment. But we're still early in the game. Nobody has any goods, so we don't need to worry about it. Okay. I think we're all done. So that was the captain chosen.
You got your 2 victory points.
You got your 2 victory points. I got my 1. You 2 didn't ship. So, Rob.
I ended up taking recruiter after all. I didn't think I would, which is why, yeah.
So you get a bonus 1 from the supply, and then you get 1, I get 1. Okay, so I have to put this on my coffee estate. I think you can only put them here if everything is full. I don't think you can voluntarily leave things empty, from what I remember of the rules. You have to put them on an estate or a building.
Because you could
if
delivery empty. And
I mean, if you had estates, you could, but you've got to have somewhere for them. So how many empty spaces do we have on buildings?
2, so it's going to be the base 4.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
So it's 4.
Yeah.
So we have 4 new workers, please. Any way to get goods out of the market? Yes, with the smuggler.
Yep.
So the new expansion we're using, the smuggler. One of the options is plunder, which can remove all of the goods from there.
And you get coins.
You
No,
get
big-
points.
big things.
You get 1 point for every one that you remove. Right. That was round 2. Round 3. Dan first. How's life on your estate? Are you treating your workers well?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good.
Living wage.
The nervous life after that worried me a little bit.
I'll take the builder.
Okay.
Yeah, the Madrid, okay.
So you get the money that's printed on it.
Yeah,
Now, Dan has an operational quarry.
yeah.
So he's going to get a discount of 1 on any building that he builds. Also, he's taken the builder. The advantage of that is he's got an extra 1 discount. So you get a 2 discount
Yeah.
on any building you want to. Which one would you want?
Yeah. I'm going to buy the hospital.
So the hospital, this is quite a powerful building early on. What it means is, for the rest of the game, whenever Dan gets a new estate, whether it be a quarry or a fruit plantation or something like that, it comes with a free worker. From the supply, it goes straight onto the estate. Now, not only is that an extra worker, which is great, but it means you don't have to wait for somebody to take the recruiter to move people around and put somebody on it. It's also worth 2 points at the end of the game. But the main thing is, it's awesome. Ben, would you like to buy a building? He's not buying.
Take a small fruit depot.
Yeah, the other thing to mention about buildings is that you, as an individual, you can only have 1 of each type of building. So Rob has got a large fruit depot and a normal size fruit, a small fruit depot. He can't have any more fruit depots. He's gone all in on fruit. I've got 4 money. Do I wait? I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I'm gonna save my 4 money.
Okay.
Ben, what would you like to take?
Planter.
Taking the planter. So you get the money that's on it. Would you like a quarry?
I certainly would.
Okay.
I'll take another fruit.
I'll take another coffee.
Has anyone taken tobacco?
Nobody has taken tobacco yet. And you generally want to try and avoid, not that I'm influencing you,
Yeah.
but you want to try and avoid producing the thing that the player to your right is producing
Okay, my
If you can help
tobacco
it.
comes with a person on it.
because of your hospital.
Oh no!
If your hospital had somebody on it. But
Next round.
you've built the hospital, but you haven't hired any doctors
Yeah.
yet. Right. That's it for the planter.
Okay, I'm going to take recruiter.
Okay. So again, 1 more from the supply. And then
Yeah.
we all take 1.
Can you guess where my one's
I
going?
can guess where yours is going. All done? Right.
We can actually move stuff a little bit.
Yep,
actually.
you can now move people around. Okay. Empty spaces on.
No.
No? Is it 4?
I'm just
Or
putting 4 out and then
1,
working out if there's
2,
any more.
I've got 1 on
3.
mine.
4.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
I don't have any gaps.
Yeah. Okay. And me.
Mm.
Well, so where's the governor now? The governor's there.
Yeah.
I know what I need to do. So.
We need to do first.
Oh, yeah, we need to do that. Thank you. Get rid of them. Do you want to do that? I'm going to take the adventurer, which comes with that money and another money. 1, 2, 3. Off we go. Round 4 already. I say this is about a 15-round game.
What did you take, sorry, Paul?
I took the adventurer and took
Oh,
2
yeah.
money.
Quill.
Thinking.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Which action haven't we seen yet? Have we seen all of them?
Yes.
Well, apart from smuggling.
Apart from the smuggler, we've actually seen all of the actions. Right, he's taking the craftsman. So you produce some corn.
One.
2 fruit.
Rob produces 2 fruit. He's got 3 people working in the estates, but he's only got 2 workers in a depot, so he gets 2 fruit. I get 1 fruit, and Dan, you get
The corn.
1 corn,
And I then
and then you get a bonus, something that you've produced.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Are you captaining? I thought you might.
Get the coin.
So he gets the coin. Right. So Rob has to ship, if he can, which he can. So he puts 2 on there, which is 2 points plus 1 for the captain. I have to ship my fruit, so I get a point. Dan, you have to ship your corn. Ben, you have to ship your corn. So you get 1 point, you get 2 points. And then at the end of that, are any ships full? No. Everybody discards down to 1 good. We're all good.
Yeah.
Everything's all fine. I'm going to take the builder, and with my discount of 1, I am going to spend 5 money, and I am going to buy a coffee roaster. Dan, what would you like? You get a discount of 1 because of your quarry.
Yeah, good question. Just trying to work out if I'm going to get... Those aren't going to refresh, are they?
Only when somebody takes the planter.
I'll build a small sugar mill.
Okay, it's going to cost you 1 money.
Coin.
Normal cost is 2, but Dan gets a discount of 1 because he's got an operational quarry. Ben?
Got a discount of 1 for a quarry, so I'm paying 4 for tobacco.
Tobacco storage. There you go, that. And
Nothing.
you're not buying anything. Right, Dan, your choice.
Oh yeah, I'm going to take the... Am I the last player?
You are the last player.
Ooh. I'm going to take the planter.
Yeah. And are you taking a quarry or are you going to go for the sugar
I'm
mill?
going to take the sugar
Taking the sugar
with a person on it.
because of your hospital.
Yeah.
Tobacco. I'll
Yeah.
take a sugar.
So, who's actually... You've got the capability of producing tobacco. You've got the estate, but no thing. I'm going to go sugar. Yeah. Okay. And that's it. Money on the tiles. 1, 2, 3. Rolls go back.
Recruiter.
No, we took it.
I put 3 money on,
Oh, yeah.
so I think we're good.
Sorry, it's
We've got 5.
because the symbol's wrong. That's what confused me. Doesn't match. It is correct, but it doesn't match.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's right.
that's
It just
right.
doesn't match.
They've changed the icon.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
That used to be the icon for the prospector.
You roll.
Okay, I'm going
Right.
to take the smuggler
Ah, right.
and I'm going to clear that ship out. So all these burn, and I get to
You
take-
get 3
So
of
you're
them.
raiding.
Yep.
You've raided the ship.
raided the ship.
So none of us have ever played with the smuggler before, but that seems quite cool.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean,
Seems
that's
very cool,
I keep
actually.
that, so it means I can't be the smuggler. Next.
You cannot be the smuggler next round. So I could take the trader. Nobody would get to sell anything, but it does have 2 money on it. 2 money is pretty good. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the recruiter, obviously, because I get bonus 1, and then what? He's got no head.
Oh no.
This one's broke in transit. Yeah, so the current buildings and the workers that I have, these are not the final production quality. These are 3D printed by Awakened Realms, and as such, that type of printing, whatever it is, does get damaged in transit. They have told me that the final version of the game, just in case you do see any damage on these components, it's using a completely different printing method, and it's a lot more resilient to shipping and decapitations. Yes, so I'm going to have those 2 on there. He's got a headless worker. It's funny.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep using my hospital power.
Yeah.
I think. Or do I want the 2 points? Mm. You're going first next time. I'll take the planter.
Okay. Are you having another quarry?
Yes.
Okay, another quarry with another worker. Sure. There you go.
We need to fill this up.
Oh, we should have filled that up. Sorry, yes.
1, 2, 3.
It was the last thing that I did, wasn't
There
it?
should be 5 in there.
5. Okay. Apologies, we missed that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, Ben.
I
Last
can't,
choice of
I
action.
can't let the trader have 3 coins on it, can I?
No.
2 cards.
Yeah,
next
so you
time.
can't let it have
Oh,
3
yeah,
points.
sorry, yeah.
So you're taking the trader. Nobody can trade. Rob is the only one with goods, and the trading house has already got bananas in it.
Mm-hmm.
There is a building in here, the office, that allows you to trade something that's already been traded, but nobody has that yet.
End of the round.
End of the round. So 1, 2, 3, I believe, all 4 of them get a coin on them.
Okay, that was back. I keep that show. I took it last time.
And the governor passes to me. Well, the game started to open up now.
Yeah.
I need, obviously the craftsman is interesting because I've got two coffee estates and a double.
Early coffee.
I have
It's
early
quite
coffee,
good.
which is a game-winning strategy. But if I was to take the craftsman, I need to work out what Dan would do. Dan is producing sugar, so he'd very likely sell that sugar. Although your small market is not operational, but you'd still get 2 money. Then it'd go to Ben. Ben would have tobacco, and Ben would be able to sell his tobacco. So if I chose the craftsman and Dan then chose the trader, I'd be stuck with my 2 coffee and I wouldn't actually be able to sell it for money, which is what you want to do with the coffee.
Does it clear out immediately or on that?
No, at the end of the turn. So, yeah.
But it means you have the copy ready.
It means I've got the coffee ready, but the problem is the governor will then pass to Dan. It'll be absolutely ages before I get to go again.
Decisions.
It's tricky. Now, it is a little bit of a risk for reasons because I actually produce 2 coffee and a fruit. If I choose the craftsman, I get an extra good. I could get a 3rd coffee.
Yeah.
And then what might happen is somebody else might ship and I might end up with 3 coffee and have to throw 2 of it away.
Yeah.
That would make me want to flip the table. And nobody wants to do that.
Let's do that then.
Let's do that. Let's make Paul angry.
Think of the
Good,
views.
good old,
Think of the news.
good old table flipper.
Or the adventurer just gets me 3 money. And I just play the chicken game and don't
Let
take
someone
the
else
craftsman.
make the decision.
Let
for
somebody
you.
else make the decision. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the chicken approach. So I get the 2 money on the
Seen it here
adventure.
first, folks.
There you go. Look at my money.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to make the decision for you because I'm going to build
You've got 2 active quarries, haven't you?
a tobacco storage, please.
Okay. So normal cost is 5. You get a discount of 2 plus an extra 1.
That's right, isn't it?
Cost you 2
1,
money.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Bingo.
go. So that's changed the game for Ben because now the player to his right is also now in a position to start producing tobacco. Thank you for that. There is going to be a plastic tray included with the special edition, which is going to hold all of the buildings. I wasn't sure about that. That is good to know.
Yeah, there's some buildings.
Speaking of the buildings, yes, let's just talk about the buildings
I think this
because
is my small sugar mill.
as another add-on, you can get actual buildings for each of the different things. Now they've sent me one of
Here's my
each
tobacco
so that we
storage.
can have a look at them. You found yours, your tobacco storage. What does my coffee roaster look like?
Is it this?
That's a little.
So these are all very, very cool, but again, these are all optional extras. Yeah, we'll say that that's the coffee
Alright.
roaster
Yeah, 2 of them. Is
or
there?
that one. And what you can do is you actually put them on so that they cover up the name and the points, I believe, so that the worker spaces are still available. So they are an optional extra. They do look very nice, but you do not need them to play the game. But I'm going to use it. Why not? Right, let's have that as my small fruit depot.
Just before I buy, can I check that the on the small warehouse
Yes.
on the play raid is that word for word exactly correct?
It stores any amount of one type of good.
So spending 2 with a discount of 1, 3.
Discount of 1 for the quarry, so you get a small warehouse. So yeah, that helps you when somebody chooses the captain.
Okay, I pass.
So what did you take? Sorry.
Took a small warehouse. Well, I've got 5 money. Probably need to spend the 5 money, don't I? I don't have any active quarries,
No.
but I've been caught out so many times by not having a warehouse.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a small warehouse.
Yeah, because you just didn't do something because you were worried about losing
I
goods.
would, yeah.
So maybe the warehouse is the route.
There you go.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Everybody built?
Yeah.
Smuggler.
Ah,
Are you raiding?
Certainly.
right, okay. So you get 3 of the corn.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that
And that ship is now empty.
the captain is now looking quite attractive, isn't it?
Yeah,
These
no-
around the wrong way.
Nope.
No.
It's that
Oh, that's a
symbol doesn't
craftsman.
match.
I'm
yeah.
reading it upside down.
Back to me.
Back to you.
I'm going to take the captain. The only person. Oh no, you have 3 goods now as
He's
well.
got 3
He's
good.
got 3 goods, so he'd get 3 points as well. But you'd get 4. And me and Dan wouldn't get anything.
Oh, yeah.
Take the craftsman.
Actually, I'm going to take the recruiter.
Okay.
Because
So there's 5 people in here. So you get 1.
one
Then,
reserve
then
is-
we all get 1 in clockwise order.
reserve is good.
And then Rob gets another one.
Which that means everything here is. It's not quite round.
Paul is asking, why does it matter which slot the characters are on? It doesn't. Doesn't matter at all.
No.
But we like to have them in order.
End of the round?
I believe. Well, we need to replenish this. How many empty slots do we have?
2 over here.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3.
4, 5,
5?
6.
Nope. Oh, 6.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you can move things around. 5.
Okay.
In the previous game we played, we had 10 slots,
Yeah.
and there was a whole load.
Yeah,
of
Robert was building all of these big buildings and not populating them, so we
Yeah.
kept having to put 10 in it, and the game ended because they ran out. We've put money on. Right, Governor passes to Dan. Governor Dan.
Round to me. Okay. So if I craftsman, which is looking quite good,
This.
the next people will trade,
Potentially, because Ben would produce tobacco,
which could lock me out.
which means you wouldn't be able to sell tobacco,
Mm.
but you could then.
Captain's also
Somebody's
available.
going to choose the captain.
Yeah.
Rob will probably choose the captain.
You're not producing
Yeah,
any
that's-
sugar. Is anyone producing sugar?
No,
No.
I've got a sugar mill, but I haven't got the.
So you'd have
It
the
might
sugar.
be quite a good time. I'm going to do it.
You get a craftsman.
Craftsman, please.
Yay. So 2 money. Right, so this is a bit more complicated than last time. Dan has 1 tobacco estate and 1 tobacco storage, so he gets 1 tobacco. He also gets a corn, and he also gets 1 sugar because he's got a sugar estate and a small sugar mill. So he gets 1 of each of those.
And I do my bonus at the end.
Bonus at the end if there's any left, which there will be.
1 corn, 1 tobacco.
1 corn, 1 tobacco. Rob, you get 3 bananas.
3 bananas and a corn.
Right. Thankfully, there is some fruit left, so I have some fruit, and I also get 2 coffee. 2 coffee. And then after that, Dan gets a bonus. So you can either have sugar, tobacco, or corn.
You've got tobacco.
Ben has
Has
tobacco.
anyone else got sugar?
No.
I'm going to take sugar.
Okay. Is it trader time?
Surprise
It is
me.
trader time. Okay.
So I get an extra one. I'm selling me.
So the base price of tobacco is 3. You get an extra 1 because you took the trader.
Yep.
And you have a small market.
Yep.
5 money.
This is going to fill up now, isn't it?
It's gonna
I'm
fill up.
not going to get in there.
You can't sell.
Nope.
I sell my coffee.
No!
Base price of coffee, 4 money. Have some more money,
It
please.
doesn't immediately empty.
It does not immediately empty.
Disastrous.
So nobody else can sell,
Yeah.
and at the end of that turn, the trading post clears,
Okay.
or the market, or whatever it's called now. Okay. Right. So that was the craftsman. That was the trader.
Yep.
El Capitan.
I'll now take
It-
a
it's-
giraffe.
It's got to be the captain.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no way I'm not. So I take captain. I shift 2 cash for that.
now
I'm
Rob
shipping-
has fruit and corn. He must ship one of them, but he can choose which one he wants to ship right now.
I'm going to ship all 6 fruit.
And you're going to ship it to the 6 ship,
Completely fill the 6 ship.
which
up.
means there isn't any room for my bananas,
No.
even though mine are much better quality than yours. Mine are straighter.
And
mine-
far
mine
more
passes.
bland.
EU regulations.
So I get 7
Yeah.
BPs.
6
because
plus
it's
the 1 for the
6x
captain.
plus the 1. Means I'll put,
Okay, so you must ship if you are able to. Now, not only has Rob screwed me by filling up that ship with bananas so that I can't ship mine, is that I am now forced to
So
ship
you're
my
going to
coffee.
monopolise the big ship.
Well,
with the
this
coffee.
is the big decision because I could put this on this ship
Yeah.
and that actually messes up everybody else
Unless somebody raids it.
yeah.
unless somebody
The
raids it.
smuggler.
The smuggler actually changes the game completely.
Stops you from locking a ship.
I'm going to put it on the big ship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have 1
I
point.
don't see why you wouldn't, really.
You want to sell coffee, really,
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah, good point. Well, I'm going to have to block up the other ship with
Did you take a
the...
BP?
but
Paul, did you
I
take
did take a BP. But you can choose which you want to put on it. But you're choosing the sugar.
Yeah, because Ben's got a load of corn, which is now.
Ah, but he's got he
No.
doesn't. Oh, he's built the warehouse, but he doesn't have a warehouse manager. Oh.
What's on the key?
So, kids, if you're watching, if you're going to build a warehouse, make sure you employ somebody to work in the warehouse. Live tips.
Okay.
So it goes back round. Can anybody else
I have
ship?
corn can't ship. Fruit is full. Then that's tobacco and corn.
It's all done. Right. So that ship sails.
Yep.
And we all now discard down to 1 good. Ben loses
Unless
his
you've got a manned
corn.
warehouse, in which case you don't.
Yes. And Dan, you've lost some of your goods.
A corn, yeah.
Right.
But there was only corn, so
Every time we're doing that.
Yeah, I think it's just safer to pick them off.
Yeah.
And then it's me. Yeah, it's me, isn't it? So, well, that was okay. It wasn't too bad. I think we're going to take the planter because there's the money on it.
Nice.
And is it too late in the game to have? Actually, I'm not going to take the. Oh,
Look at all that money he's got over
I
there.
know.
Money
That's
going
why
to
I'm
Guy.
thinking maybe I don't take the planter and maybe I actually take the builder because there's some really nice stuff here.
No, you need to get quarries out, I reckon.
Okay, you've forced me into it by your powers of persuasion. So I'm going to take the planter. I get the money on it, and I am going to take a quarry.
Yeah.
Dan, what would you like?
I'll take another tobacco.
Ben,
Absolutely.
sugar fruit corn. And yes, the big differences are trading is optional. When it's your turn to sell, you do not have to sell if you don't want to. Whereas shipping, you must, if you can load goods onto a ship, you must do it.
Okay.
All right. Top up the coins.
yep, we're round already.
We're round
Passing
already.
over
Yeah.
the governor. Is it called the governor?
It is. Well, it was the governor. Let's call it the governor.
The mayor.
Is it the mayor?
Because the recruiter used to be the mayor. and then
Right.
used to be the governor, whereas now that's the recruiter and that's the mayor.
We're calling it the governor. Let's just check what the new rule book does call it because they have changed some of the terminology. It is the governor marker. Yeah, it is
the governor.
right.
Cool.
Just 3 single ones went on, and that was it.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Recruiters got a coin on it now.
And there's 5 workers
Yeah,
here, so
first.
recruiter is effectively 3 people.
It is. That's why I'm over
He's
it.
taking it.
It's not
So
really
you
what I
get
wanted
1
to do,
from the
but
supply, and 2 from there. And then we'll go from here, and then we can rearrange.
Putting someone in the warehouse, what a surprise.
He turns
About
up.
bolt in the gate or
Yeah. There's a big pile of rotten corn outside the warehouse, and he goes, now I see why you need me.
Sorry, I'm just working out where
You're
I'm
rearranging.
Yeah. Whether I want 2 tobacco or 1 tobacco and corn. The market's now empty. Yeah, I'm gonna do.
So I think it's 4 people.
I've got 2 spaces.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 people.
Yeah, 4 people.
Oops.
Right. Rob.
Hmm.
I like that guy. Carrying a big heavy crate.
Yeah.
He's my fave. Although decapitated Ned might be my new favourite.
Zombie.
There was a fan-based zombie expansion for the
Really?
original game. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I never played it. I did print it out. I've probably got a printout of it somewhere, but there was zombies and witch doctors and all sorts of stuff.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's such an elegant system. There's cool stuff you can do.
There's
with it.
things in this game that were used in many other games. It was kind of groundbreaking.
I'm going to buy the large market.
What's the large market?
It sells for 2, and you can have both the large and the small market, at which point you would be selling for 3. So I've got 7. I have a quarry, which means I can buy the factory, although producing only 2 types of goods is not that great. Or I could buy the harbour. The harbour's very powerful, but is it? Harbour's usually best when you're going with a
Lots of different types.
well, yeah, a kind of fruity corn sugar, not the big expensive stuff.
You
Where
bought a
where are
small
we in the
before,
turn
didn't you?
sequence?
You.
We are
I was the first.
there with
And that's
there
the
and
second.
there. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, I'm going to take the school.
Yeah.
So the school is going to cost me 6, and it means every time, if it's occupied, whenever I build a new building, it comes with a worker.
Is all the small warehouses gone?
All the small warehouses are gone. There is a large warehouse. If I can interest you in a large warehouse, sir. Don't forget to count empty spaces after recruiting.
Yeah, but they.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
I might take for nothing the.
A small fruit depot. It's worth
Yeah,
a point.
what's the large fruit? I might pay
It's
one
3 money for
large.
2 points.
Yeah, I'll pay 1.
Yep, to buy a large fruit
Yes,
depot.
please.
Yeah, because discounted 2 because you got 2 points.
You did the same as me, Paul, and school as well, please.
There you go. All the schools have gone.
Good education. Very
Right,
important.
me. So I'm very tempted by it now.
By what? By what?
I'm very tempted by the Craftsman. I think it's going to open up the game for quite a few people.
Yeah.
If I did,
Do
but
it.
I'm not seeing that as a bad thing.
It's
so
the most exciting
I'm
one.
going to take the craft. It is the most exciting one because it is the one that changes the game the most.
Yeah.
So I produce 2 coffee and fruit. Fruit, coffee. Dan, you produce corn,
Corn,
1 tobacco,
tobacco,
1 sugar.
sugar.
Then you produce
1 corn, 2 tobacco.
tobacco, and Rob,
1 corn, 4 fruit.
all the bananas. And then I'm going to have. Now, where's the governor? There. So I know what Rob's going to do next time.
Depends what Dan does.
Oh, actually. No, I'm going to take another coffee. Okay. Is Dan going to trade?
Has anyone got sugar yet? So if I trade,
You could sell your tobacco for 4 or your sugar for 3.
we're all gonna sell, aren't we?
If you take the trader,
Yeah.
you'll sell the tobacco. Ben might sell his corn for 1, probably would. Rob would probably sell his fruit for 1, and I would definitely sell my coffee for 4.
Yeah.
And then it would clear. So we'd all get to sell something and it would clear. But me and you would get the most advantage.
Yeah.
And you like me more than Rob. So that's what he said to me earlier anyway.
Oh, I know. I was listening.
Oh, okay.
He recorded it and sent me the video of it.
Yeah, but then again, I've got quite a good thing going on with quarries.
Joey's saying the recruiter gets 2 guys. Yes. That was ages ago.
I get people when I
You took
build
your
a
bonus, didn't you, Ben?
planter.
When you build an estate, you
Yeah.
get a free person on it.
Not the extra one. Paul gave me 2. There was 5 in there, yeah. So I got
There
2.
were 5 in there, so you got 1 from the
You should have
supply.
3.
Oh, did you not take the 1 from the supply? Oh, I thought you did.
Nope.
Ah.
Can't put it there because I
It's
built that
5
afterwards.
points, 5
Okay.
coins.
Thank you, Joe. We missed that.
5 coins to me. Have you guys got markets?
I've got a large market, but it's not manned.
Is your market manned?
It is.
And your best good.
It's only a small
Cool.
market.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take the trader.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put in the
So base price of tobacco is 3. You have
Yeah.
a small market, which makes it up to 4, and you chose the trader. So that's an extra one, so you get 5 money.
got it.
Ben, are you selling your corn?
For 1 money.
So you get 1 money because you've got a small market.
Mhm.
Rob?
No.
You're not going to sell your bananas?
No.
That actually is an interesting, because you want to ship them.
Because I only get 1 coin for it, but it means it locks out that. From
Yeah, by me putting the coffee in there, it means we can't now sell coffee or tobacco to it anymore. So I get 4 monies. Okay, trader has been done. That's it.
Yep.
Right. Got the money?
Yep. 3.
We are probably about halfway through the game. I think we're about halfway through. So, Governor
is
passes
for-
to Rob.
We'll take the captain.
Yeah.
And
So, your choices are, bearing in mind you don't have a warehouse.
Yep.
It's got to be there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's 5 points.
so that's another 5.
So I have to ship, but because I have coffee that can go onto here, or fruit that can go onto here, I can choose. And essentially what I do is I look at the board and I see, well, it's not going to make any difference. But it might do. So if Dan had a load of fruit, I'd probably want to ship my fruit first, because the coffee's going on there anyway. I have no choice about that. Put those two on, I get 2 points.
Dan must sell the sugar.
You must sell his sugar. That's 1 point. Ben?
Nope. Yeah, I'll dump them at the end, Dan, once we've
Oh,
got
right.
that
Yes. So Ben can't sell anything. Goes back to you. You can't sell anything. Goes back to me. I have to sell my 2 coffee for another 2 points.
And now, if you haven't got
And
a
then it goes round to
warehouse-
Dan, and it goes round and round and round. And now Dan doesn't have any warehouse, so he has to discard down to 1 good.
Yep.
Ben does have a warehouse, so he can store his corn just normally in his back pocket, and then his warehouse manager protects all of his tobacco. So yeah, just to remind you, you may store 1 good in total in your back pocket, and then if you've got a warehouse, it's any amount of 1 type of good. And if you've got a large warehouse, it's any amount of 2 types of goods. Okay,
Your go, Paul.
my go. Well, I wasn't planning that. So I've got my school, but it's not occupied. And I need to occupy it. Oh, the craftsman's there again.
Mhm.
But the adventurer's there. And the smuggler. Is the smuggler going to help me? I mean, I could take that back. That's literally just...
You take all the.
I take all of that back. But that seems like... Do I want that? I could get rid of this and get 3 BPs. It's 3 BPs. I mean, that's not bad, is it?
Resets the market.
But I do want to occupy this school as soon as possible. But I also want a building. I also want this. I want everything. Can I take 3 actions? Is this going to be any use? Where are we? You went first, you took the captain. What's Dan going to do?
The thing you least expect.
Well, one of you two is probably going to take the adventure. I think you might take builder. So I'm going to take the recruiter. So I get 1 from the supply,
Yeah.
and then there's 4 here, so we all get 1. I'm going to occupy the school.
You can move, can't you?
And now you can move everybody around. Okay. We now have how many empty spaces on buildings?
4 over here.
Dan's got 4.
5.
No. 5, yeah.
5.
5. So we have 5 new workers into there.
Well, that does change things a little bit.
I'm not going to try and persuade you.
I'm definitely not doing that. I'm having the
Oh,
planter,
you might.
and I'm having.
Are you having another quarry?
No, I'm going for a fruit.
He's had enough of quarries. Coffee or sugar? Or are you going to let me have a copy monopoly? A copy monopoly. Okay, a copy monopoly.
Pullbacks.
Yeah,
My planter, isn't it?
it is. Coffee or sugar?
Okay.
Sugar. I'm not going to take one.
What?
Well,
Physically.
I there's no point. Well, the only point of me taking one is there is a large building here that gives me points if I filled my estate.
Oh, because you can't convert it into.
There is no point me having an extra coffee one.
Yeah. Roger that.
I'm going to take it anyway. Well, bearing in mind, I don't think I'm going to fill my estate anyway. So, right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Builder.
Builder.
Sugar, fruit, corn,
Excellent.
tobacco,
Tobacco.
and tobacco.
Right. What you building? And you've got a school, so it comes with a free person.
Yep. The large sugar mill. Can I get a discount of one?
You get a discount of
And
one for
thingy-
the quarry and one more for the builder.
Only costs 2.
2 money.
I'll do one of them.
That's plus.
I'm going to build a large sugar mill for a cost of 3. Do I want a small sugar mill? Small sugar mill for a cost of 1. And it comes with a person. Cool.
I think I want the factory.
That's what I was going to do.
Because I'm producing 4 different goods.
Yeah, you definitely want the
So
factory.
I'm getting, what am I getting for that? 5 coins.
No, you get 3. You only get 5 if you produce all 5.
Alright, so you get 3 coins every time this happens.
Yeah, so the factory gives you money every time you produce based on how many different goods you produce.
Yeah, let's do that then.
That'll cost you 6 in total.
You have 2 quarries, 6 money. Yeah, Gary makes a very good point. It's actually quite hard to fill all 12 haciendas, all 12 places unless you've got the hacienda.
Mm-hmm.
I think is why. So that's
Yeah, residence is good if you've got the hacienda.
Right.
So that was the planter, that was the builder.
And
We need money on these 3.
Yeah.
There's 3 money on the adventurer.
Better is worth 4 cash. Yeah.
Probably build it.
Other builders are available. Now,
Mm.
4 money you say for the adventurer.
Mm.
I mean, that's crazy.
Mm.
Just
1, 2, 3, 4, done. Quickest turn ever.
5 people on the.
There's 5 people on here, so the recruiter would get you 3 workers.
Yeah, I need them.
Taking it?
Yeah.
So you get 1 from the supply, and then you get 2 from there.
Okay.
Cool. How many empty worker spaces do we have collectively?
3 over here.
3.
6.
6.
Nothing there. Nothing.
So we have 6.
Ooh, it's ramping up.
Yeah.
There's 3.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
So you guys have got schools,
Yes.
which is like the buildings version of the
Of the hospital.
hospital.
Yes. So whenever we construct a new building, because we've educated somebody, they go.
You sort of don't have
Straight
to
to
worry
work.
about the recruitment for it. So if you've got schools and hospitals, you never really need
You
them.
probably don't need much recruitment.
But that's quite a lot of cash.
Interesting. Okay. So you get 3 points. Rob, you have corn, but you can't put it anywhere.
Yep.
I don't have anything. Dan, you have tobacco. You have to load it. 1 point. Okay, that is the captain done.
Keep it, keep it, keep it.
Mhm. Back to me.
Mm.
Do, 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 do.
Where's the governor?
You've got it.
Oh, me.
You
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
can take the smuggler.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
But what are you doing with the smuggler?
Clear these
You're going to clear them, so you get 3 points.
That was the other thing.
Coins, isn't it?
No points.
Oh,
Coins.
it's
It's
coins
points.
for this and
Yeah.
points for this.
No, it's
No.
not.
No, you just get the goods if you wreck.
Goods for that.
Ah.
Coins. So victory points for this.
Yeah.
It's coins if I pick one of these and someone else still does it.
That's it.
Or poach in excess of 4.
Do you keep it forever until someone goes there, or is it refresh at the end of the
It goes
round?
end of the round. If no one takes it, then I do it.
And talking of which, the end of the round?
Is it end around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's end around, so we need 4 money on these. Have you got it? 4.
Capitano. Round marker.
Governor done.
Yeah. So the craftsman. Then.
Craftsman's got 2 on. The trader's got 2 on.
Let's talk about the craftsman.
What would happen if you were to choose the craftsman?
Yeah. Well,
I would rub my hands with joy, as would possibly some other players. Then again,
basically we've
it
all got
depends.
everything now.
yeah, it all depends if somebody then chooses the captain before the trader.
But the smuggler is just the 3 goods.
Well, the smuggler is either the 3 goods, or you could capture and you could capture one of these. You could capture the craftsman,
And that's for coins.
and you'd get the
right?
coins. And then if nobody else took the craftsman in the round,
Yeah.
you would take the craftsman. So that's actually complete.
Does
Yes.
no one get to do the craftsman action?
They do. If they do, you get 3 money.
If they
don't,
don't,
you get to do it at the end of the round.
yeah.
So that is actually really interesting because the timing of the craftsman is the most critical, and you can influence the timing of it with the smuggler.
You're going to get to it all 5
Yeah,
minutes.
let's try that then.
Very much change the game.
I'm going to capture the craftsman.
So you're going to take the smuggler,
Yeah.
and you're going to choose the capture action, and you're going to capture the craftsman. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the
You
smuggler.
take that down because
No, we're going to put that on there. Just
You
as
know
a
I'm
reminder
smuggler
that
over here.
anybody can choose the craftsman, but if they do, Dan gets 3 money.
okay.
And we know Dan's got the smuggler.
Yeah, and
And
at
we'll,
the
gi-
end.
we'll give him that tile at the
Yeah.
end. So yeah, if anybody takes the craftsman,
No, either way, I'm
You
doing
get
the
3 money.
craftsman.
nope. If I take the craftsman,
Yeah.
I do the craftsman, but you get 3 money.
Oh, but
But it still triggers everyone. So
Oh yeah,
that's what I mean.
whenever-
I'm
whenever
getting the
happens,
you
craftsman
will-
action
yeah,
you will
either way.
produce.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone is producing this turn.
But I
It's just
could have a monopoly.
It's just
on
whether it's
construction.
happening during the round or at the end of the round is up to whether or not one of us takes
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay. I see.
Joe's asking what actions the smuggler. We went through the smuggler at the start of the stream. It gets
Yeah.
to raid a ship. It gets to pillage, not pillage. What's it called? Plunder.
Plunder.
Plunder the trading house. It gets to poach some workers, or it gets to capture one of the.
This is the most
roles.
complex of the actions. when
Yeah.
you're doing an interaction.
Recruiter.
Okay, so you get one from the supply, and then you get that one. Rob gets that one. I get that one. Dan gets that one, and then you get that one, and Rob gets that one.
Okay, he sits here getting drunk.
And how many new workers do we need?
I've only got one gap.
We're waiting for Dan to make a decision. You got none.
I got none.
But it's going to be 4.
It's going to be 4.
Yeah,
we've not had the blitz
I
on
need
the
to
large
look at everyone's
buildings,
things to
and then
decide
the
this.
lot of workers.
You've got a space on your sugar mill. 2 sugars, 2. You've got 2 sugars and 1 sugar mill. So you're not going to take another sugar. Fruit. You've maxed out on fruit, so the fruit's a safe bet. You might take a fruit. I'm going to pick on the fruit.
Okay. So we've got 4 extra workers, and it's Rob's go.
I'm going to take trader.
And you're going to sell your corn.
So I get 2 cash for that. I sell my corn for 1, 2, 3.
3.
3 cash for some corn.
Wow,
Nice.
must be very nice corn.
Yeah.
Can anybody else trade?
No.
Ben could if he had an office, but he doesn't. So that's the trader done. Well, bearing in mind the craftsman is going to happen anyway.
Does it happen still for you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I just got to do
No,
it.
no, no.
It doesn't give you
I'm going to take the builder. So I get a discount of 1 for the builder
Yeah.
and 1 for the quarry. Hello, big building. Maybe. Or,
What, the victory point bill?
well, yeah, I could buy one of these big buildings. So these big buildings, as I mentioned at the start, they take up 2 spaces, they cost 10 money, they're worth 4 points, and if you've got a worker on them, they've got extra points as well. That's actually only going to be worth 4 points to me at the moment. That's going to be worth 4 points. That, I'm not sure. I might not. I might actually take. Do we take the other factory? Or do we take the wharf? The wharf's great if you're going with a really intense corn strategy and you're producing, 4 or 5 corn in a turn. The wharf is really good. You've basically got your own private ship.
What's a non-production building?
Anything that isn't one of these.
Cool.
all these.
The ship production one's there.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take the fire station.
Nice.
So it's going to cost me 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this building at the end of the game, if I man it with a worker, is going to get me points for my production buildings, depending on whether they're small or large. And you'll be pleased to know, each of the big buildings comes with a 3D miniature. Can I have the fire station, please, Dan? Where have we put it? We did have the fire station earlier on. Thought we did.
It's there.
It's there. It's right in front of me because I had it in the last game. So yeah, this is the fire station. That
And
goes
you
there.
get a school. Does your school?
Oh, and
activate?
my school activates, so I get a worker straight on it. Thank you.
Running low on work.
We've trained a fire person. There we go. Right. So that was
You were
me building.
Yeah.
The craftsman.
No,
No, building.
everyone's building.
Everybody gets to
Oh
build.
yeah, sorry.
If you want to build, you get a discount of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no one's used it, so I'm getting 3 coins for it.
No.
No.
You're going to get to do the craftsman.
You will trigger the craftsman step for everyone else.
Okay.
But if someone else had done craftsman,
Yeah.
you only got 3 cash. They had to trigger craftsman. Still saying the rules. Everyone did it, including you.
Got it.
It just means you guarantee it to come out at the end.
Yeah. It's deferring the timing to the end. I find really interesting.
Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to work this out. I'm going to take the large warehouse.
So discount of 2 because you have 2.
I can't afford it.
Can't find it.
I could have a large market. I don't really want a large market. Am I going to get coffee? Probably not. I'll skip it.
No, thank you.
Spent 4 and buy the large sugar mill.
Okay. So now at the end of the round,
Yeah,
because Dan captured the craftsman,
yeah,
you release the craftsman into the wild, and you get to do it.
yeah.
So you get to produce 1 corn, 2 tobacco, 1 sugar, 1 fruit, and 3 money from your factory.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Then you get
One
corn,
2,
2 sugar,
3.
3 tobacco.
I get 1 corn and 4 fruit.
Okay.
Because now I've got the sugar mill man.
I get
Yeah.
1 sugar, I get 1 fruit, and I get 2 coffee. And then Dan, you get to produce 1 more good of a type that you produce.
Where's the start players there?
It is there.
Yeah.
You were the star player.
But I'm probably not going to get to do any trading by the looks of this. 'Cause you'll fill up the sugar. You're going to fill up the. Oh, you might fill up that. It's tobacco or sugar. We'll split it down the middle.
End of the round. Money on. Rolls go back. We have a new governor for the next year. Governor Ben.
Thank you.
Now then. Is it captain? Is it trader? Or something else?
Captain and traders looking attractive for Ben with all those lovely goods over there. You can fill up a ship. And I haven't got a warehouse. I couldn't afford it.
Yeah. I think if somebody takes the captain,
Yeah.
you're going to lose a lot of your goods.
I tried to get the small warehouse, but it was all run out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're taking the captain?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what you load in? Sugar or tobacco?
Oh yeah, it is a choice.
Whichever you load will fill the ship.
If you load sugar, you'll get to put a tobacco on
3.
as well.
So 3 points because you're the bonus one off the captain.
I do nothing.
You cannot ship.
Nope.
And you don't have a warehouse.
Nope.
Oh, he's going to lose all the bananas. I can't ship the sugar because it's full, so I ship the 2 coffee.
Oh, it is.
2 points. I'll give you 3.
And you get
If I can have a pot.
2 for me, please. Thank you.
Back to Ben. There is 1 space for the tobacco. So you get a point. And then it goes round and round and round. Nobody has anything left. So, I'm alright for my goods because I have a small warehouse. Are you okay for all of your goods?
I've got to lose
No,
one.
you're going to lose 1 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. And Dan, you're losing stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the. You got to be careful with the craftsman. That
Well,
was a good move, but no, not full.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I almost did, and then I realised Yeah.
I did it for more for the money than the goods, because I get the goods just for doing because of the factory.
Yeah. I don't know if I showed a close up of the ship, so I'm just going to put these on here.
Yeah.
And apologies if I've already done it, but I've set a preset for the ships just to show you how nice they look. There you go.
Yeah, nice.
Very, very nice.
So who
Okay.
you the
Captain's
start
back.
player?
So that was the captain. You're the governor. You chose the captain. Right.
Back to me.
Back to you.
You've got some sugar and some.
I have some sugar and some fruit.
I'm gonna take the plants out.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's too many. Too many's good. Do you want a quarry or something else?
More sugar. More
More sugar.
sugar.
Yeah, just remember everything you see here is still a work in progress. This is a prototype and they are taking feedback. So if you have any comments on it, feel free to put them on the GameFound page, or you can leave them in comments for this video after it's finished and I'll feed everything back to Awaken Realms. I'm going to take some corn.
Fruit, please.
Would you like tobacco, or nothing?
It just fills the space. Yeah, absolutely.
Corn.
Corn.
Over to you.
Right, over to me. So, now. Right. I'm going to take the builder. So I get a discount of 1 because I've chosen the builder, and I have 1 quarry, so I get a discount of 2. So I'm going to spend 1 money to buy the large fruit depot, because it's actually worth 4 points effectively. It's worth 2 points on its own, and it's worth 2 points because of that. Oh, and because I've got a school, thank you. It's a person. Dan, would you like to build?
Yeah, I'll have the large warehouse, please.
There you go.
For 4.
4 money. Ben,
No thanks.
Rob,
No, thank you.
builder done. Dan,
Yeah. I need to get a person in there. Yeah, but I don't really need any more people. I just need to move them.
you want somebody else to take the recruiter?
Yeah. You guys have got the school, so you're unlikely to be doing that.
You could trade.
Hmm.
Ben would get a lot for his tobacco. I wouldn't be able to sell anything.
I get a decent amount for my bananas.
Yeah. So trader helps you 3.
Are you producing tobacco?
I am not producing
You
tobacco.
produ-
Just you two. The Northerners.
So if you capture, you get the coins on it.
Yep.
Then 3 coins if no one goes there.
Yeah. 3 coins if somebody does
If
use
someone
it.
does use
Yeah.
You can't do anything because you're smuggling.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you can't go smuggling
Yeah.
again.
it.
If you do, you get
Got a
arrested.
taste for it now. Oof. Wonder whether to take craftsman.
I mean, you've got the factory,
Yeah.
so there is an incentive
3
for you
coins
to
every
take the
time I do it.
craftsman. More so than there, I don't know. Yeah.
I'll take the recruiter.
Okay, so you get 1 from the supply,
Yeah.
and then we all get 1 for me. End of the round.
Mm-hmm.
No, smuggler doesn't get it.
No.
The governor passes to Rob.
I'm going to take trader.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So you sell your fruit for 1,
2, 3, 4.
3, 4.
You're doing sugar.
I am going to sell the sugar. The base price is 2. I don't get any bonuses. I get too many.
I'm skipping.
3 plus 1, 4.
And then
Reset.
it resets, clears.
Okay.
I approve of this trading. Now, what happens if I take the craftsman?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh,
oh, yes. Yes, how
I've
many?
got one empty slot.
No, it'd be 4.
I got 2.
Yeah.
Just 4?
Just the 4.
I think no, that's not 4. It's quite
That's just one. Does it come back after another turn, or does it just stay with Dan until someone?
I think he
else
can't
takes-
choose it the next turn.
Okay.
I think that's what it said. I'm tempted by craftsman. I don't know if it's going to backfire.
Quite hard
How
to
many-
work out, isn't it?
It is a little bit because the governor's there, so you two would get a turn,
Mm.
but then I would be going next. So there's no money on the captain, and at least I would get to ship my coffee.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop me doing that. I've got a small warehouse, so I can keep one good plus any number of another good. I think I'll be fine. He says, famous last words. Note down the timestamp. Paul said, I think it's going to be fine. I take the craftsman. So I generate 2 coffee, 1 fruit, 1 sugar, 1 corn, and oh, I wish I'd built a factory. Yeah, we're all getting quite a lot of stuff now, aren't we?
Yeah.
And it's taken in player order, and if they do run out,
Have 3
you
sugar,
don't
please.
get any. Okay,
You should get 3 coins, right?
you get 3 coins for your factory, and then my bonus good is going to be coffee. Right, go on, Dan. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Because the trader's already gone, so the trader can't be taken again this round, and I'm the governor next time. Yes, that was the right thing to do. I've just realised.
So, is there any reason why you wouldn't?
Then I should have gone with the smuggler and captured the
I
craftsman.
was just going to say, is there any reason why you wouldn't smuggle now the captain?
That's what.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking, because either you get to do it or someone pays you 3 cash for the privilege
To
of
do
doing
it.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a
Oh, so rather than just taking the role,
yeah.
take the smuggler and go with the captain.
Yeah.
Depends when you want the captain to happen.
Well, it doesn't,
Oh no, it doesn't actually probably matter.
right
does
now
it?
it doesn't, does it?
Because if you take it,
Okay.
yeah, if you do that and Ben takes it, you'll have the last choice, but you're going to get 3 cash in hand. If you do it now,
Oh, I see what you
you
mean.
can
Oh,
use
yeah.
the ship. Yeah.
It does kind of matter then because
Yeah.
I could get blocked from putting
Yeah,
stuff
so
on
it's-
ships.
Yeah.
If you take it or take it as well,
Nick is saying that the smuggler token shouldn't ever be returned to the middle. It always stays in front of the player to choose it. Until you do.
Alright.
Thank you.
I can't take
Yeah,
it.
so you
Apologies for that, and thank you, Nick, for correcting me on that.
Okay,
Yeah, so
well
you should
that
never go
answers
back. So
the
in that case,
question.
yeah,
So you can't.
Yeah.
No more smuggling for you.
No.
until someone else does it, until,
Yeah.
until the heat's died down, let them make it prove it was someone else.
Right, well, I'm going to take the... I need money. The trader's gone and the captain's
Yeah,
gone.
3 money on the adventurer.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 money on
Right.
the adventurer, and you would get 1 for taking it.
Yeah, alright, I'll do that.
Go for it.
It's just a bit of a boring one because you don't do
Yeah,
anything.
but that's money. Right. So,
So is anyone taking the captain? Yeah.
he's stealing my coffee.
Mm. I
Interesting.
nearly said, we're on a live stream then.
So
Oh, so it all gets removed.
Yeah,
And I
he
keep
keeps
3 of it.
Yeah.
And you
It
keep 3 of
Yeah,
it.
empties the ship and he gets his cut.
so if someone needs the captain, so
Well, that's actually cleared the ship,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is I've never played with the smuggler before. It's really interesting. Right, are we done? Okay, so we need 4 monies on here. Smuggler goes back.
Right.
You've done the cash.
Done the cash. The heat has died down from Dan, so he can now start smuggling again. This is mine, and oh my god, look at all of this stuff. So if I trade, I'm going to make a killing, but so is everybody else, because you've got a small market and you've got tobacco. Ben's got a small market, you've got a large market.
Yeah. At this point, I don't feel like blocking is really a thing. It's a rare situation where we've all got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
There might be 1 or 2 little edge cases, but
I'm going to take the captain. I am actually going to take the captain. I kind of wish I bought the harbour. Right. So, what am I going to ship? Well, so exciting. Ben's had to go for a comfort break. So, if I choose this, that really depends what you then do. The question is, do I want to ship my coffee or do I want to save my coffee? That's the question. So, I think I'm going to ship the 2 fruit to here.
okay.
So that gets me 3 points. And I have no idea if that's the right decision or not. But I've done it. Dan, you can ship any of those things.
So you've got 4 fruit, so
4.
you can fill that up.
Yep.
I can't compete on coffee. So it's between. So I could block Rob, or I could build.
So you can't. If you block the fruit, I ship my sugar.
Yeah,
If you ship
So
your
you've got
sugar,
sugar there
I
as
block.
well,
I ship
right?
my fruit. So
depends if you ship your. But you.
it doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
I can ship one of my goods.
Yeah.
Whether I get ship all of them depends on the exact way things lay out.
It's probably the cheapest good is the fruit, isn't it?
Well, the corn is the least valuable, but you've only got 1.
I'll get rid of the sugar.
Okay, so 2 points. But which ship?
You've got 4 tobacco. If I put the tobacco in there, chances are I might get another go. Is that the big ship?
That's the big
Biggest,
ship.
yeah.
Let's try that.
So 2 tobacco onto there gets you 2 points. Ben,
So if you put the, this is a bit of a kingmaker, because if you put the coffee in the middle, then it's you and Paul.
then I can ship
If
coffee.
it's sugar, then it's
So the thing to look at is you will get to ship your tobacco. So
Yeah.
there's no reason for Ben to ship his tobacco
No.
now
yeah,
because he will get to ship it when it comes back around. So he's loaded the corn.
yeah.
So Rob puts 3 bananas
3 fruit onto this ship.
on there, which gets you 3 points. I have no choice.
Yeah.
I put the corn on there for 1 point.
I now probably need to do the. Oh, no, I can't
the
anymore.
corn.
So we've got to be the corn.
Corn for a point.
Yeah,
And then Ben ships his 4 tobacco for 4 points.
nice. What a big scoring round that was.
And any more for any more?
No fruit.
we all
corn,
done?
I have sugar.
So I store my sugar in my back pocket and my coffee in my small warehouse.
I have to get rid of 1 sugar.
Mine's just in the large
In
warehouse.
those 3.
So you can keep. You've got a large warehouse, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're fine. And then that ship empties.
Interesting. Big scoring
Yeah.
round that, wasn't it? Who
And
took
that
you.
was me.
Did you get a bonus, yeah?
You took your bonus VP for doing it.
I think I took my bonus for doing it. So
I think
yeah.
you took 3 first.
And that means, where are we at now in the game? My go, is it? My go turn to pick a
Yep.
roll? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So I could do what you did and smuggle the goods out.
Yep, empties it, restocks your ship.
Wow. Yeah.
Smuggler's quite interesting, isn't it?
I prefer to call it recycling.
I'm going to take the builder and I'm going to build one of the end game buildings. But
Okay, so you get a discount of 1 because you chose the builder,
yeah,
2 because of your quotes. It's going to cost you 7.
yeah. So what you've taken the 5.
So I've taken the one that gives points for production buildings.
The City Hall.
The City Hall gives you points for non-production buildings, of which you've got 4, plus itself. It is a
Yeah.
non-production building.
5 points.
The Customs House gives you points for 1 for every 4 points in chips
Okay.
that you have. In other words, the more you've shipped, the more points you get. The residence is points based on how many estates you've built.
Yeah.
And the fortress is 1 for every 3 workers you have.
I think that's the best one. Residence,
So that's 6
please.
points.
Resident?
No, residence is for estates. Your fortress.
Sorry, fortress.
And you get this cool
Oh,
miniature,
yeah.
which is a massive fortress on a hill.
Oh, new building.
No, thank you.
I got paid for
Okay,
it.
9.
You do have to pay for
sorry,
it.
sorry. Just 2
7,
seconds.
isn't it?
Sorry, I said no, thank you. No,
One,
7 for you.
2,
because I got a
3,
discount, yeah.
6, 7. Do need to get someone
Why can't I
working.
do
it,
simple
though.
maths? Because I've been awake since 4 o'clock. Alright, come on.
We are getting near the end of the game, so if you were saving up for one of these, what I'm saying is if you bought one of these, you might then not get one of these at this stage in the game.
Oh my god, sorry, I'm having a mental blank.
Which one do you think?
Start again. That's right.
Rob, Paul, presumably you can have more than one of these large commercial.
You can.
No.
Are you allowed to move these around?
You are. You are allowed to move your buildings
You've
around
got a
just
value of up to
for
7.
cosmetic reasons.
Everything but that.
I'm not sure if I can get the bottom one. Because I got a discount on mine. Doesn't make any difference between that and that. The end game is. You may so good. Which should cost me 3.
I'm going to try to buy more.
Nice. You think about it.
Yeah, so the wharf means he's got his own private ship.
But I have to get someone on it first.
Yes.
Yeah, whether it's going to pay off or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we both.
At this stage in the game, possibly not, but
But it's worth 3 points in its own.
Yeah. okay, so we've all built. Then
Me.
to choose
Trader.
what you trade in.
Coffee.
Got a for 4, 5 because of the small market, and an extra 1 because of the trader.
So my sugar for 4.
So it's 6.
Extra one because of the trade. Oh, small market.
Yeah, you've got a small market.
So I could have bought a
Small
building for one bigger.
car,
That's
can
what I
you-
thought I did, but then.
1, 2.
And Rob, what did you sell?
Sugar for 2.
Oh, which meant I couldn't sell, and then you sell
The fruit.
the fruit. Right, okay. That's the trader done.
Yep. For me.
Michael's mentioning about the sun drop. Just
Yeah.
as a reminder, this is a prototype. This is not the finished version. And Awakened Realms are taking feedback. So if everybody said the sun drop is too dark, they will fix it. This was very much a prototype, just put together to let people know what the current state of progress
Are you
is.
recruiting, are you?
Yeah, I chose to recruit.
I personally also think it's too dark, so I will be feeding that back myself.
End
But
of round?
if you think it is as well, then
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
We need more people.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
1 space.
None.
No,
It's gonna be
1.
last, just 4.
Ooh, we're close.
We are close. We've only got 5 people in there, and the rules are if you are unable to repopulate it.
Draw, yeah. Not with
So
that
if we
clears.
need 5 and there's 5 in there, that doesn't end the game. But we are getting very close.
First marker moves on.
Wow, was I the governor? Wow, okay. Feels like ages ago. So the game's not going to end with victory points. I'm going to stake my reputation on that.
You have a reputation.
I have reputation. Yes, it's in the positive values. I think last time I checked. I think it's going to be the workers running out. I think, but we'll see. Are you taking another quarry?
No, I'm going to build this lovely fruit estate.
Yeah. Oh yes, and because of your hospital,
Yeah.
as a person, Ben, would you like
We
corn, or
Planter.
sugar?
Planter. Well, I get one of these as well. So I.
Oh, because you've got a hospital as well. Oh right, okay. So the next time this is taken,
Yeah.
the game will end.
At the end of that round.
At the end of that
Yeah,
round.
that'd be what immediately.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay,
Doesn't
cool.
matter this. By the time it's man, it's not going to matter anymore.
Okay.
Is that you done?
Yep, that was done.
Yeah, all done, yeah.
Yeah, well done.
What's he taking?
8 residents, please.
Are you taking the builder?
Yeah.
So 1 money discount because you took the builder, 1 money discount for the quarry.
So 8.
8.
I've got 5, so
And
I'm
that
going
makes
to
comes with one of them as well.
buy the office just because it's
Mhm.
cash.
I'm going to spend 3 money to buy a large sugar mill because I get a discount of 1 because of the quarry. It comes with a person.
Are we likely to get another round?
Well,
unless someone takes
if I choose that, no. If I choose that, game's over.
Rob hasn't chosen yet, has he?
yeah, I bought a office.
Oh,
no,
sorry,
your,
yeah,
your
no.
turn, I mean.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
turn.
it's my
Yeah.
turn.
So if either me or Rob chooses that, the game is over. It's in neither of our interests.
I'm going to take the craftsman.
Hang on, I haven't built yet, sorry.
Oh, sorry, what are we doing?
Just trying to work out whether we're going to get another round. I'll gamble, I'll skip it.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll take the
Craftsman.
craftsman.
here we
What are
go.
the
So,
last two? City Hall and what is there?
City Hall is points for non-production
Yeah, Customs
buildings.
House.
Customs House is
Okay.
points for
Fourth
agriculture.
fruit,
So we need to do this in order because we are going to run out.
fourth fruit,
Fourth
fruit,
fruit.
3 sugar and a corn.
And is that it for you?
That's it for me.
Right, I get 1 corn, 1 fruit, 2 sugar, and 2 coffee.
1
Oh
corn,
my god, look at this. It's-
2 tobacco, 1 sugar, and 3 fruit.
Oh, I've got a lot of bloody choice left, really, have I? Fruit.
Well, I don't think I have
And
choice.
sugar. That's all I can do. It's just those two. I think.
If you
So-
get a worker,
It's crazy.
I'll
if
take
you
the
get a
bonus
worker
fruit.
in your storage,
Yeah. You can only move them when somebody plays the recruiter.
Yeah.
Now then, this is interesting because I got to take the captain,
Mhm.
but you've got a wharf.
Yep.
So if I don't take the captain, if I end the game now by taking the recruiter,
they're your points.
yeah, plus
Plus
this.
all
I'm
the
doing
other
all
stuff.
right for this. Much better than I did this
What's
afternoon.
Rob going to get with his wolf?
He's basically going to be able to ship
That.
all of his fruit to his own private ship.
But
So-
it might be better off choosing.
Well, yeah, if I were to go there first, then yes, I'll chip it off with that.
Yeah.
There,
Because
so,
you get rid of sugar.
And then go rid of sugar. If I take the captain, I'm going to be able to ship my coffee to here, but that's it. I won't get to
But
ship anything
6
else because you
points.
two will then ship the court. Yeah, it's 6 points.
I don't know if 6 points is a lot or not.
Well, based on what the winning score this afternoon was,
34.
34,
It's
35.
quite a lot of points.
6 points is quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't see what my other options are. So I'm going to take the captain and I am going to ship all of my coffee to there for 6 points. Thank you, please.
and there's space for
Oh, I've
corn,
got
and
to
there's
take my
space
3
for
coins for
tobacco.
my factory.
Okay, right, okay.
You've got space for corn and space for tobacco.
Oh, we're shipping, aren't we?
If you ship your corn, you won't be able to ship your tobacco, and if you ship your tobacco, you
Won't be able to
you
ship
won't be
the
able to ship. Well, you might, maybe.
There's only 1 space for
Very
tobacco,
rare
isn't
that, yeah.
there? I'll
Whether
just-
you want to block him doing his call or not.
Yeah. If you ship, well, if you ship
tobacco's
tobacco,
worth-
I definitely get to ship my corn. If you ship corn,
You get
Ben
sugar.
could block
You will
me.
then get to be able to ship your
Yeah,
other
you
tobacco.
do tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best move, I think. So you get a point.
Then, what's going to do? You're going to block me or down.
Yeah.
So I think you win.
So you get a point.
I can ship nothing there. However, I do decide to ship these on my own.
On your own little private
on my
ship.
own private ship for 5.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. It's back to me.
Nope.
And then Dan ships his remaining tobacco.
Then we burn the goods down.
So I'm going to store my sugar in my small warehouse, and I'm going to keep the corn. I'm going to throw the bananas away.
Keep knocking the first
So in the large warehouse, I can have all the sugar and all the.
Yeah, and then you keep the tobacco in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So that was captain done. That is end of round.
Nice.
Time is a ticking.
Well, this is the last round.
I probably.
Definitely.
I think
Depends who we choose to do.
this might be the last round, and those victory points have gone down a lot.
Oh, no. I picked not residence. I picked the wrong one up.
What one was she going
Which do
for?
you want?
Yeah, customs house. Sorry. Is that right?
You wanted the one for shipping.
The one that gives you points for every
The
victory point
BBs,
you
yeah.
get. Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
what's
choose that
just
one. I've
become
got 3 there.
available? Resident
The residents.
and the city.
Sorry.
The city hall.
Thank you, but let me rewind, undo, whatever you
Okay.
want. Where,
So-
So
where,
it's you. We're done.
Me?
Yep, you are picking which action you're going to take.
but when it triggers, you still play
You
the
finished
full
the
round.
round. Yes, you finished the round. Stefan is in the chat asking about news on the solo mode. I can tell you that the solo mode is apparently working very well. It still needs a couple of tweaks. But John Albertson is the person who's working mainly on the solo mode. And he's one of my patron supporters, and he gave me an update this afternoon. So I don't have the solo mode. I could ask John to send it to me. But yes, I've heard it's good.
Captain, I think.
Okay.
Just give me 2 seconds. Pretty sure. There's no point in recruiting. There's no point in building. You can't yet, so it's got to be captain.
Okay. So you take the captain and you ship those 2 things for 3 points in total.
Yeah.
Rob has to ship.
Yep, and I will choose to ship it to there for 1.
Okay, so that changes things. Because if I now ship that, I probably won't be able to ship.
Really?
Well, yeah, because Dan will come along and put his sugar on there,
Oh, I see.
and then there'll only be 1 space left. So I think my best play is 3 points to put the 3 sugar on there.
Fruit shit.
Have you got 1, please, Dan?
Sorry.
We got 1 VP.
Oh yeah, you know, give me 5.
There you go.
I can't.
It's 5.
Back to you, Rob. You got
Do you want to
nothing?
give me another a 1, Dan, so it could be your victory points for
Oh,
that's one.
why? What did I get them for? Oh yeah,
Ship to
of
ship.
course. And I still going? Am I?
You were still going?
So,
And,
so you can't
do-
ship yours. I've got nothing left to ship.
I can't ship, and then Dan ships
Another
his
one.
through the 1.
Cool.
And then that clears. Right. That was
Interesting.
the captain. Yeah, we just had a flurry of points from a very quick double captain in succession.
Who
You
captain?
don't see that very often. But we did have lots of goods.
I think the best thing I'm going to do is take Smuggler,
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
and I'm going to take those 3 off.
Ah,
With 3 points.
Take 3
I was
points.
thinking about capturing a space. Definitely happened.
Well, I'm not sure now.
Yeah. Because so if we produce nothing, it's going to.
Well, there
We're
you
not
go.
going to ship it.
There's 10 there. So
Although we are
90
technically still
views.
going because no one yet has taken the recruiter action.
What happens if you plant her and there's not anyone in here?
You don't get it. You mean for the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't get it.
Yeah, but it doesn't trigger the end game until we actually refresh this and
Got
card.
ya.
There's only 10 VBs left.
Down to 10 VPs. There's only a few spaces left on there.
So I could adventure for 3 money. I could trade and get that money, that 1 money for that. So that's a couple of money.
Craftsman, surely.
Just because what will it gain him?
What
versus
will it
everyone
gain
else?
me?
Well, you might get a chance next turn to ship
Yeah.
it. Or,
Yeah, but everybody else is
But
going to
you're-
ship a whole
aren't
bunch.
you start?
No, I'll be start player.
Ah.
So you will be second to ship.
You'll be second to ship. So I don't know what you're producing over there. But
But I think
no one can ship that. You get to ship this
Yeah.
no matter what.
You're not producing coffee, are you? You
No.
had coffee. 'cause
You are,
rated
you
it.
are guaranteed to ship all your copy.
If you craftsman.
Everybody does make a very compelling argument.
I haven't argued anything.
No. But
So you silence
Because I
these
don't-
volumes. Yeah.
I suspect
Don't do anything.
that other people might end up getting more points than me if that happens. So I'm going to take the recruiter. I'm going to trigger the end.
Okay.
So I get that one, and I get
out
that one.
that 10-point there.
Did I?
Yeah,
Good.
because I can't move
So
the.
end of the game has been triggered because we cannot replenish the
So,
workforce.
so if I put this here, there's no way for me to move it
No.
ever again.
No.
Same, I've got.
Because there's no point in me buying
Well, you get
the
four.
steady hole.
Yeah,
You
it's
get
4 points.
4 points, but you're not going to get the bonus
Annoying.
synergies.
I'll just put it in there then.
This is the last turn.
This
Well,
is
this is the last action.
this is the last action
That's
of the
what I
game.
mean.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's 4 points.
yeah, but what about everyone else? Who's got money?
I've got 2 money.
I've
Yeah,
got one. So you'll be the only person really buy anything high value if you take the build action.
yeah, all right. Because money's worth nothing, right?
Do I have the achievement card? Says Magnus. I do. I have the achievement cards. They are here. I've not read the rules for them.
Money worth anything?
No,
Yeah.
that's tiebreaker.
It's probably a tiebreak.
Okay. well,
Didn't you
this-
say there's still a work in progress as well?
Yeah. These are still work in
Doesn't matter which
progress.
ones,
So
just take one and stick it down.
So it's
It does, it's just 40p. So it
1,
doesn't matter.
2. Yeah, I was just working out cost. I've got 1, 2, 3, so it's 7.
7.
You'd have done that the other way around, Paul.
Ben, you buying anything?
I've got 1, 2, so I've only got discount 2, yeah. So I can only buy something at 2.
So you could buy that for free, and it's worth a point.
Yeah, well, I can buy any of these. I can buy whatever.
Yeah, but that's the cheapest
They're
one.
all worth 1 point.
Yeah.
Everything here is 1
Money
point.
doesn't. Well, I'm just saying
It's
it's money
time
doesn't
for
matter.
Yeah.
I can just. What is it? Oh, yeah.
But you can't afford anything else, I don't think.
And I can't put the person because there's nobody.
Because there's no people
6
left.
points that costs
I've
me.
got nothing to buy.
So
I can't buy that, so that's it.
I can, because I've got a thing. So I've got a small sugar mill, got a small fruit depot. I'll spend 1 money to buy a hacienda. We are
Finished.
So what we do is we reveal our victory points that we have been collecting over the course of the game. Oh, okay. So I have 5, 10, 15, 21.
12 for me.
We just adding up our total.
Yeah, just out of interest, I've got 21 from shipping.
Okay.
Dan, you've
Sorry,
got
not
17.
21.
You got 21.
30.
30. Right, that's the points from shipping. Then we add on the points for our buildings, including the big ones. So.
$39 before I add in this.
Okay, do you want to do that?
Yeah, alright, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46.
46.
Yeah.
That's a good score. I got 47.
Ooh,
43. 42.
Oh,
47, 42.
we're all in the 40s then.
42.
43.
So 42,
Ah,
43,
36 points to the
46, 47.
Happy with that.
I mean, yeah, we all scored higher than we did this afternoon.
Yeah.
But interesting, you thought Rob was winning.
Yeah.
Rob was doing really well on shipping.
Well, that's what I mean. I can see the
But
points
From
from
there,
his
but my
buildings
building
were-
not have any good synergies going. So I also lost out a shipping strategy where I lost out too many turns of stuff getting dumped because
Yeah.
I couldn't ship.
You had 2 turns or 2 shipments where you lost a load of stuff.
Shipping strategy just can't soak that many hits.
That fortress really paid off for you in the end. My fire station got me 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 12 points.
Mine was 9.
I
Yeah.
was working on it for a few rounds because I had taken the school early, so I knew I had a lot of workers
Yeah.
coming. But yeah, that if you'd have just done one, if you'd have done it the other way around, I would have I knew recruiter was going to happen.
Yeah.
I just needed it to happen after the builder action.
Yeah, but there was no point in me building.
No,
But I think it was the right thing to trigger the edge.
I was trying to convince you to take craftsman.
I thought I was ahead. I didn't realise how close
yeah,
how close it was. So
nice, good game.
there you go. So as I mentioned at the start, this is a sponsored stream, so we shouldn't really give our impressions in this video. But as I said at the start, I've been playing this game for the last 23 years. I've played it over 300 times, and I think it's one of the best games ever designed. So there you go. There's my opinion on the game. But what we were talking about earlier on this afternoon was an interesting observation that both Dan and Ben made. Now, Ben does a lot of solo gaming, but Dan made a very good observation this afternoon, is that a lot of games that we play these days, most people, or most of the time, you are focused on your board and what you're doing. There may be worker placement and somebody else might go on a space that you might want, but nobody's really interacting with what you're doing on your own board. And that's the same in this game, except this is one of the most interactive Euros in that you cannot play this in a bubble. You have to be constantly looking at what the other players have got, what the other players are doing, what the other players are about to do, and in particular with the craftsman and the trader and the captain, you need to be very aware of the impact of the choice that the action you make has on not just you, but then the other players.
This afternoon I didn't look at that at all because obviously it was just learning.
You were learning it.
I looked at it a bit today.
Yeah.
Bits. It did influence a lot more. And in the third game it would be even more definitely.
Yeah. I think the one mistake that Dan made about halfway through is you took the craftsman and then you were hurt because you then took the captain straight afterwards. And you ended up throwing away 3 of the goods that you produced. And I don't think you had the factory at that time.
No, but I did. I think I did. So
Oh, if you did,
I
so-
lost 2 goods, but I still managed because I've got such
Right.
a varied spread.
Yeah.
I was kind of resigned to losing a couple of goods.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I hadn't had the factory, that wouldn't have worked.
It wouldn't have worked.
Because the 3 coins let me buy the big buildings.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I got a lot of the points.
Yeah, factory's often key to the building.
Yeah,
strategy.
I didn't have any
You
money
need
in the
that
game
big-
earlier on,
No.
so actually Craftsman getting a couple of points from Craftsman and 3 coins
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
all right. I didn't mind losing. I think I lost a corn and a sugar, for example.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't that bad then. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention is that we've used the normal buildings. We have used the variant for the school and the factory, which swaps the cost round, but we've used the normal buildings. Now,
Yeah.
the game did have an expansion years and years and years ago called the New Buildings expansion, and that is going to be included in this special edition. It's not an optional extra, it is going to be included in the base game. I don't have it here today. If I did, I would probably be playing with it, because what the New Buildings does is it gives you, surprise, surprise, lots of new buildings. Now, you don't just add those new buildings in. What you do is there is a method at the start of the game where the players will choose which buildings are in the game. So you only ever have a certain
That's
number,
cool.
but it means every game is going to be different.
Yeah, I like that.
And there are all sorts of new buildings that do
Yeah.
different things and turn the game on its head.
I've bought the hospital in both the last 2 games.
You have, and I
If
bought the
that
school in the
wasn't
last
there,
games.
we would
Might
have
not be
to
there.
change
They're
that.
very
but
useful
like
because
that.
it's getting you more workers. It's getting
Yeah.
them deployed.
But having
There's a
that
black market,
variant-
there's a canal, there's
Yeah.
a forest hut.
There's a really good one. There's like the workers' hut, which is it allows you to actually keep workers in reserve and then move them out
Yeah.
when it
That's
isn't
good.
a
I
recruitment.
needed
Yeah.
that.
But that is
You
really
can store them
key,
out.
yeah.
And there are 2 new of the big buildings as well. One of them is the monument, which doesn't require a worker, and it's just a fixed, I think it's like 8 points or something like that.
Big
So will
jump.
there be like an appendix?
Yeah,
for
there'll be
all
a
the
second one
buildings?
with all the new buildings. And the way we played it is, rather than using the official rules, which were in player order, you're supposed to pick a building to add it in, is we just picked them at random. And we just went random setup, there you go. And that worked as well.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, there's the smuggler, which I'm really happy we played with tonight, because that
It's all right,
that
yeah.
that shook up the game a
Interesting
bit, and that was quite interesting. There are these achievement cards that we've not played. There's a festival expansion where you pick some random stuff at the start and it gives reward. That's it. You pick a random type of estate, and the first player to have 3 of them gets 3 workers. You put 3 goods at random on here, and then the first player who produces those 3 goods in one go gets 3 money, and then you put one of the buildings on here, and then the first player to build that building gets 3 points, or something like that. So yeah, a few little optional extras just to mix the game up and give you a bit of variety. But yeah, that's it. So I hope this video has helped you make a decision about whether it's the kind of game that you're interested in backing. I believe that you are still able to pledge it or order it. Awakened Realms have said that it's going to be out around October time, but don't hold us to that date. And if you did like this video, obviously give it a thumbs up. And yeah, if you want to see any more content from me, then I will be back with lots and lots of playthroughs. And if you want to support me directly, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. If you're a Patreon supporter, you do get access to a lot of behind the scenes footage and special bonus videos, such as us learning how to play Puerto Rico this afternoon. If you want to see that game, that is on the channel from earlier on today. But yes, thank you very much to you 3 for joining me.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all next week for some more. Cheers all. Good night.
Bye bye.